Hi everyone, I'm Shaylin here with Reedsy. So today we're going to be talking about some writing exercises for revision and editing. If you've completed your manuscript and you don't quite know how to break into the editing process, these are all writing exercises that you can do to prepare for the editing and revision process, get a better handle on your manuscript, and figure out where to go with your revision. Exercise number 1, write out the themes. A lot of different thematic nuances will appear in the drafting process. A lot of writers don't really have any ideas or plans for the themes when they go into drafting, but this can appear through the drafting process, and editing is the time to refine it. So now that you've written the book, write out the themes in a really concrete way so you know exactly what it is you're going for. Exercise number 2, character build from scratch. If you're feeling a little muddled about things like your character's goals or your character's arc, try this. Create a character profile from scratch without looking at any of your original character building notes. This will very clearly show you the contrast between your original plans for the character and what you ended up actually writing. You can see how they've shifted and changed as you've drafted, and this will likely reflect in how they read at the beginning versus the end. And it can also help you identify inconsistencies in the book that you might want to fix. Exercise number 3. If your plot is feeling muddled, try making a cause and effect list. Write out a scene by scene list of every single scene that happens in your book and identify how each scene causes the next scene, so really pay close attention to those causal connections. This can help you identify places where the causal relationships between scenes aren't clear or just aren't present at all. And this is something you definitely want to address throughout revision. It's a great way to find plot holes or points where your plot is a little shaky. The next exercise is to write a summary from scratch. So like you did with character building, now it's time to do the same with the plot. Write a plot summary without referencing the book or outline at all. Just do the entire thing from memory. Often I find this really helps me identify places where the story is convoluted, or details are unnecessary, or even where things are illogical. Because while writing the summary, I just naturally simplify it compared to what I wrote in the book, which was maybe a little convoluted. A lot of the time, by writing out the book in summary, you can think about solutions for things in the story that are illogical or confusing. You're kind of going to naturally edit the plot as you write out the summary, so it's a great way to identify points in your book that need work and even how to fix them. The next exercise is a bit of a fun one, and it's to interview yourself. Pose questions about your book as if you were an interviewer asking yourself about the book after it had been published. This can help you dig into and solidify your intentions on different areas of the story by having to explain it to yourself. The next exercise is to rate the scenes. Create a list of scenes if you don't already have one, and go through it and rank them. You can do this any way you like, such as a scale from 1 to 5, or you could color code them into 3 categories: scenes I love, scenes I like but need work, and scenes I don't like. This really helps you identify where to start with revision and what needs work. Start by asking if the scenes you rated poorly could either be cut entirely or how they could be completely reworked. Once you've dealt with those, you can think about how to chip away at the ones with mixed reviews, and you know that the scenes that you gave strong rankings are likely the high points of the book, and you can build your revision around maintaining those scenes. The next exercise is to extend the story. Write a few scenes before the beginning and a few scenes past the ending. You will probably not end up actually adding these to the book, but they can help you really solidify your understanding of your story's beginning and ending emotional notes. By truly exploring your characters' lives before and after the story, really getting to compare what their life was like before and after the story had impacted them. It's a great way to also really see your character's arc in a really clear way. And finally, highlight the dialogue. Highlight each character's dialogue in a different color and then compile all the dialogue together. So you have all of one character's dialogue together, all of another character's dialogue together. I got the idea for this exercise because I was working on a screenplay in Final Draft, and Final Draft actually has an ability where it just can automatically compile all of the dialogue. And it's really, really useful for seeing if your characters have distinct and consistent voices. If you really want to work on dialogue through revision, this is a great way to get a sense of whether your characters' voices feel distinct and what the distinct qualities of their voices are. So those are some of my favorite writing exercises to help develop your work through revision. I think these are all great things to do before you go into revision if you're not sure how to approach the revision process. If you're not sure how to tackle the actual revision process, I'll leave some videos in the description on how to edit and revise a book below. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos from us. We've got new writing, editing, and publishing tips every Tuesday and Friday. Until next time, bye!